Hello everyone. A lot has changed since we last saw each other, and a new war has started, making almost nowhere safe. Even this position is compromised, so I'll make this quick. Friends have turned to enemies, and there have been many casualties, both of life and of labor. But before I can tell you about that, I need to tell you about today's sponsors. I'm fucking kidding. I have like 25 subscribers. There's just no way I'd have any. If you've watched my last video, you'll know that Pav's Gamer is less than dangerous. Irregardless, it would be remiss of me to go into a fight with him unprepared. So while he was making stronger armor, I was making stronger weapons. To make the deadliest arrows in the game, which are harming 2 arrows, I needed dragon's breath. Which, if you didn't know, comes from the dragon. Because, like where else would it come from?
Where?
Good evening.
Happy feet. One more combo. That ain't Falco.
Again!
Hey, bro, watch your jet. Watch your jet, bro. Watch your jet.
I like it, cut G.
No one has ever done that!
As some of you may know, in the last episode we lost our dear friend Egg. But as some more of you may know, there is a way to bring him back. When snow golems die, they drop both their pumpkin and some snow. So if we use it again to create the golem, it'll be like he never left. Reunited with my new friend, old friend, spirits were high, but we still had a war on our hands, and it was about to come straight to us. Now that Pavs had his gear back, he was ready to challenge me to a duel. I accepted and offered to fight him immediately, but then he said this. What do you even say to that? The conditions of the fight were, if he lost, I give him his armor back, we don't use any potions, and if he pops my totem, he wins. I was so confident, I held out my regular sword, but then I noticed Pavs was holding golden apples, which I had none of. I had no idea how many he had, and with such a major advantage, I wasn't even sure I could win anymore. But we were already here, and there was no going back. And just like that, we came out on top. It was time for some fun. PvP practice, gold mining, what else did we do? I pulled a Luke the Notable and shared my seed with some birds. Wait, a chicken's bird? Wait, they're like poultry. Is that a bird? I even went end city raiding. But all this traveling needed rockets, and I was running out fast. Luckily, Null had a plan. To get more rockets for flight, I needed gunpowder. And it just so happened that Null Shard was trying to make a ghast farm, and he needed my help. Remember, Null Shard is one of the richest players on the whole server, so he was willing to pay hundreds of diamonds for me to do this job for him. The item he needed was wither roses, and lots of them. Wither roses dropped from any mob killed by a wither. And Null Shard wanted chickens, so chickens I got. And after a little while, I had more chickens than we would ever need. I logged off for the night, but when I got back on, this had happened. All the chickens were gone, and there was a massive hole in the side of the wall. Fane was online, so I asked him what had happened. He gave his classic Fane response, but all you really need to know is that he now had the Wither Star. Null Shard wanted it back, saying that it was his wither, so it should be his star. Fane refused to give it up. Little did I know, this would be the beginning of the end. Null Shard told me to meet him in Mal and Fane's secret bunker, which he'd found somehow. And he told me to bring lava and obsidian. He then paid me for the chickens he'd just lost, and for me to get new ones for the new, aptly named Project Chicken. And just before I left to get the chickens, he asked for the obby and the lava. Now this man had just paid me over 200 diamonds. I was not about to ask questions. When I asked him what it was for, he just insisted I give it to him. He then started to give me a speech about how apparently everyone was sick of Fane. Now, Fane and I haven't exactly always seen eye to eye, but to be honest, I can draw quite a few comparisons between the two. They're both cocky, tend to overreact, and start fights over little things. And then I realized why Null wanted the obsidian and the lava. He wanted to trap Fane's bed. Now in part 1 I said that what every Anarchy player fears most is having their coordinates of their base leaked. But there is something worse. Over the many years of Minecraft Anarchy, players have pushed Minecraft to its limits and exploited everything they can to find weapons in the most unlikely of places. From decoration blocks all the way to the humble bed, turning a nice helpful mechanic into an cycle of death. Still don't get it? Basically, the place where you would respawn safely at the bed is covered in lava, and that's covered in obsidian. So unless someone helps you, you're never getting out. Getting bed trapped on an Anarchy server, or any server for that matter, is probably the most embarrassing thing that could ever happen to you. I told Null if he wanted the star so bad, he should have just killed him and taken it. But he wasn't having it. He insisted that killing him wasn't enough, and this was the only way. So what? Fane kills the Wither before Null can, and now he's gonna make it that Fane can never play again? I was torn between my two allies. Neither one seemed to be better than the other. But I made my choice. I logged off and told Fane what Null was trying to do, and I told him not to go on the server without me so that I could escort him to a safer location. And he ignored me as usual. But when I got on the next morning, he told me that he'd already gone to a safe place, a place I'd never heard of before, the cathedral. He sent me the coords, for my eyes only, and I headed straight there. Come on, it can't be that far. Holy shit! I'm truly sorry for that cliffhanger, but I gotta go. What happens next is pretty crazy, but you'll just have to wait and see what happens. Anyway, thanks for watching, and stay wicked, my friends.